In the first line he's saying, Gramya Varta na Kuhive. Why this is so important for us? Because when we meet each other, which is very common even for all of us, from our waking up in the beginning of day and till our sleep in the night, we are meeting so many people. And what do? We inquire, how are you? How's your family? How's your health? How's your money? How's your work going on? And vice versa, we engage ourselves in these mundane topics. So Mahaprabhu is saying that Gramya Varta na Mohide, when you meet with people, then what you should do? You should not speak about mundane subject matters. And also you should not hear from them. What you should do instead? You should simply talk about Krishna, his pastimes of his devotees. That's how you'll be able to purify yourself. And what you should do more? Bhalo na khaibe ar bhalo na koribe. You should not dress yourself in a very luxuriant way, in a very, very decent manner. Why? Because by doing so, your identification with your body will become more and more solid and strong. You think I'm this body, so I must spend 2 hours in front of the mirror decorating myself. Or I should have this combination of colors or this combination of colors. The color of my shoes should match the color of my tie, etc., etc., etc. But this is all useless because you're not this body. The reality is, as much as difference is there within your clothes and your body, the same difference is between your body and soul. So we should be actually looking to feed our soul, not our bodies. And bhalana khaibe. Do not eat palatable food. That is the biggest problem. We are all controlled by this tongue. And to satisfy the taste of this tongue, we can eat anything. We will not care to even consider that what food is really meant for me to eat or not eat. We can eat flesh, we can eat anything. They say we can eat anything which has 4 legs except table or a bed. So that means that all the animals, they're meant for our satisfaction. We should try to eat. But Mahaprabhu is saying no. He's not even forbidding us from eating meat. But even if we claim to be vegetarians, so Mahaprabhu is saying that is not enough. That's not adequate. What you should do? You should only honor Krishna Prasad. And again, furthermore, even on the name of Krishna Prasad, what shall I accept? Only the right quantity to maintain my life, to keep my body and soul together. I should not overeat on the name of Prasad. What will happen? I will not be able to control my senses. And again, within that also, I should just eat what? Especially for a renunciate person, some shak, some sabji, spinach and vegetables. This is how he'll be able to purify his senses. Otherwise, he cannot. Then what more? He told Raghunath Das Goswami, he told, Amani manada huya Krishnanam sada lavive. This is most important. The other 2 things, they are important, but they are returning to the external sadhan. They are not yet talking about the internal mood of a sadhan. What is the internal mood of a sadhan? Which is very important. He should be amani. He should not be desiring any name, fame, or feeling of adoration. Whatever he is doing, if there is any mixture, even a taste, even a smell of a desire that, oh, how great I am, how nicely I am doing it, and see, so many people are following me, then everything will be ruined. This desire, Raghunath Das Goswami himself, later when he compiled the verses of Manashiksha, he told that this desire is like a witch. And what does a witch does? What does she do? When any person, he or she gets haunted by a ghost, what happens? You may feed that person as much amount of food you want, but that person stays unhealthy, skinny. And people wonder, oh, he can finish drums and drums of food stuff, but he's not gaining any health. What happens? Instead of eating that food, that ghost, he eats all that food. But nobody can diagnose that. Similarly, this desire which is sitting in our heart, the desire of pratishtha, for name and fame, it eats away all the fruit of chanting, remembering, engaging in the flames of devotional service. But we don't even notice this. Years and years pass by following the process and we don't realize anything. Why? Because we don't really eat. The grooves, the fate which is sitting in our heart is eating. So Mahaprabhu is forbidding that a devotee should be very careful. And on the contrary, what else he should be doing? He should be ready to give honor to everyone. Appropriate honor to everyone. If he doesn't do that, then what will happen? His heart will never become peaceful. So these two things are very important. And what more he should do? Manase, through mind, always, constantly, 24 hours, while he's waking, in his sleep, in his dreams, he should simply think about Krishna. About Krishna, always about serving Krishna. And through his internal form, through his spiritual internal form, what he should do? Radha Krishna Seva, serving the divine couple in Vrindavan. So these are the instructions which Mahaprabhu gave to Raghunath Das Goswami, appearing to be just 4 lines, but they contain all the essence of service for Raghunath. And later, Sri Sarup Damodar, he very nicely explained all these things to Raghunath Das. He continued to stay in Jagannath Puri for 16 years. And later, in that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gave him Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala, which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself used to worship. How he considered Govardhan Shila like Brajendranandan Shyam Sundar himself. Not different from Krishna, exactly Krishna himself. Sometimes Mahaprabhu would keep that Govardhan Shila on his eyes, sometimes on his heart, when he used to feel the pangs of separation from him. So that Shila he gave to Raghunath Das Goswami and gave to Gunjamala. Upon receiving this wonderful gift from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami was feeling so much ecstasy that how Mahaprabhu is so merciful to him that he has given him his worshipable Lord. Who? Krishna himself. And by giving Gunjamala, what he has done? He has actually given him Srimati Radhika, or has given him the service of Srimati Radhika. So Raghunath Das Goswami was now completely overwhelmed with the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was serving Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala.
After that, what became? Happy days went on. Mahaprabhu's purpose was solved. Advaitacharya sent him a poem that your all now fulfilled. You should come back to Golok Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu anyhow always observed in Gambhira, always beating Krishna, Krishna like that, with Sarup Damodar and all. After some time, he left this world. All the associates began to wait, and whole Jagannath Puri became like a desert. Gradually, Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanand, Gadadhar Pandit went. They passed away. After that, Raghunath was there, but he wanted to die in separation mode. Where is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Where is Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanand, all always waiting. He wanted to die, but how he can die? So he left Jagannath Puri and came to Vrindavan. He wanted to climb up on the Govardhan and to fall down and to give air. Or he should jump in Jamuna. But Jamuna, no river, dry. And in the meantime, Rup Sanatan met him and consoled him. I also wanted to die, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, die will not do. It will not give you love and affection for us. So please follow us, be in Radhakund and outreach home. And he became. After some time, what became? Rup Goswami also, Sanatan Goswami. They went to their Lord, Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu in Svedina and Golok. Then he was so much upset. And he began to chant a slok like that. Yeah. Tum dayate sunyayate mahagostam gridram ajgarayate vyagratundayate kundam jiva. In separation of Srila Rupa Goswami, where I will be? No shelter at all. I left all these shelters and I was taken in the last shelter of Rupa and Sanatan. They had also left. Why should I do? Now I took shelter in the Govardhan, but now he is like, and ghost means Braja. What? Like? Desert. And Giriraj like serpent. Python. Radha Kunda? Oh, Kailash. What should I do? And this, reminding his pastimes of Radha Krishna Astakari Leela, he saw Rati Manjari. And the service of Rati Manjari, remembering, and he went in transcendental. Follow Raghunath Das Goswami ki. If you want to be a pure devotee, you should always remember the instructions of Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami and his life and career. Then you can be love and affection. Also today is the birthday of Vishwanath Chakravarti, but only who was Raghunandan, who was one of the associates of Sri Chaitanya, high class of learned, and he was teacher of Sangeet Vidya, like also, always living with Mahaprabhu. So, when he was dancing once, his ankle belt. And it went 3 or 6 miles away from there, and there became a very big pond. Still in his birthplace, we went there and we saw the glories of Raghunath, always with Mahaprabhu. He had some connection with Mukunda and Mukunda Ghosh, Basu Ghosh, all were related to him, always praising Mahaprabhu. He has a tree, Kadamba tree. Only 2 flowers used to be there daily, and he used to take and to serve his Thakurji. And also, once he was serving conjugal or Mahaprabhu, conjugal perhaps. And so many coconut fruits were brought here. One of the servants brought, and he kept on wash and kept in the door. Oh, he became very furious. The dust here coming and touching these, all are coming and the full dust are coming, and so you should throw it out. He was so pure. So anything pure can be given to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even if he will offer anything, if your heart is not pure, he will not take. Krishna will never take. So Raghunandan, what like you? Raghunandan is your father or you are son of Raghunandan, that same person. To whom? Mukunda. Mukunda was son of Raghunandan. But Mahaprabhu told us, Raghunandan, you are son of Mukunda or Mukund is your son. He told that I am son of Mukund.
Raghunandan was son, Mukund was father.
Oh, Mukund was father. So he told I am son of my son. Why? Because he brought me to you. So those who brings to Krishna, he is really like a father. So there are so many. Now Vishwanath, and very brief you should take. Very brief. Only some teaching. In 5 minutes, not more than. And dance should be ready. Rama. They should be ready quickly. In a moment I will tell them to do so.
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
Very interesting, but very high class of teachings are in this.
वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
Very short.
So, today's disappearance day of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ordered me to discuss something about his teachings. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, for sadhakas, he composed so many books like Bindu, Bhakti Sindhu Bindu, Ujjal Nirmani Kiran, and Bhagavatamrit Kana.
When he made it,
Before coming in Vrindavan.
or when he was a student in his school of his Gurudev.
Yeah.
His father and Gurudev were sent.
And Raghavatma Chandrika, Madhurya Kadambini, and so many commentary like commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, commentary of Bhagavad Gita, commentary of Bhagavad Sindhu, commentary of Ujjal Nirmani, commentary of Chaitanya Charitamritam.
And Stava Amrit Lahari.
And Stavamrita Lahari, so many prayers for Sri Krishna, Srimati Radhika, and that Master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and their associates.
Also he is the manifestation of Rupa Goswami. Parkiyabadi, most strong.
He was manifestation of Sri Rupa Goswami Pad and established far more mood. So at that time, there are so many Vaishnavas, they became furious. Oh, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad has told about Sakyabad, but Chakravarti Thakur is going against the Jiva Goswami Pad and preaching Parakyabad or Karamanu. Oh, we have to kill him. Narahega Bas, Navajagi Basuli. If we kill him, then he could not preach anymore Parakyabad or Paramanu. But Srila Jiva Goswami Pad has told in his writing, Sechya Likitam Kinchit, Kinchit Likitam Parechaya. I am writing something for my own mood, and something I am writing for others who are unqualified to understand this Paramore mood. The Vaishnavas who could not understand the Jiva Goswami's mood, they thought that Chakravarti Thakur is quite opposite of Jiva Goswami, so we have to kill him. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, being in Vrindavan, he used to do parikrama of Vrindavan Dham every day, about 5 crores. So one day he was doing parikrama, that Vaishnavas hide themselves inside a grove with some eggs and sticks. When he pass through in this grove, we shall kill him, then none can understand. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was doing parikrama, and he entered that, through that grove was passing. In the meantime, they became ready to kill Chakravarti Thakur. And they saw one teenage girl and asked, Lali, have you seen Chakravarti Thakur? The teenage girl smilingly replied, oh, uncle, what is your identification? Who are you? She told, oh, I am from Jawat. My Saminiji has sent to me to collect some power, so I came here. And she passed through little bit and smilingly disappeared. After that, they saw again Chakravarti Thakur. Then they understood that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur not an ordinary person. So then they came to him and full flat on his lotus feet and asked for forgiveness and took initiation from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and told, please excuse me. Then Chakravarti Thakur, he was not stopped by them and he preached Parakyamur freely, no obstacle at all. So for sadhakas, he wrote Madhurya Kadambini. In Madhurya Kadambini, he gave us some highlight how we can advance in Krishna consciousness. When we took first initiation from Gurudev told, you will chant 16 rounds a day, you respect Vaishnavas and do arati, etc., etc. Then he became very enthusiastic. Oh, now today I became Vaishnava. And he completed his round at first. After that, going to sleep or for prasad. family member or mother or anyone is calling, Prabhu, please come. Oh my dear son, please come and take prasad. No, I have to finish my rounds. Unless until I will not finish my rounds, I am not able to take prasad. And she became very enthusiastic. Just like our Guru Vargas has given an example. When you send your small boy to school, and he has given one book, a red book like A for apple, B for bear, C for cat, D for deer, he went to school. And he learned 4-5 alphabets, and teacher patted him, oh, you are a very good boy, extremely intelligent. When he came back to his house, oh, became very happy. Oh, I am very good boy. And next day when he went to school, he could not answer properly. Then teacher twist his ear. Coming back, look like very doom. Mother is calling, oh my dear son, what happened? And next third day, doesn't like to go to school. Similarly, when he took initiation, then he became very enthusiastic. This is called Utsaha Mohi. After some days, we could not complete our rounds, headache came, and could not understand some philosophy. Then it became Gharu Karala, sometimes thick and sometimes thin. Sometimes so much enthusiastic, sometimes nothing, a little bit. So Gharu Karala. And after that, next stage called Buddha Vikalpa, means indecision. What shall I do? Today is the appearance day of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. We have heard so many things. Being household life, our love and affection will be divided in so many places. Better, let's not take renounce order. So many renounced person is traveling with Gurudev. I will be in their party, then I can serve Gurudev, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and divine couple properly. And next moment, when Gurudev leave from here, next moment going house, oh, what shall I do? Aho me pitaro riddho. Oh, my parents are quite old. And if I leave this house, then my wife will be like widow. Who will take care for her? And my kids, they're quite small. When I used to come back from my business, then he used to come in broken language, Chad, candy please. So who will take care of them? So now he is in decision. Shall I be in renounced life or in household life? This stage called Buddha Vikalpa. When you are doing bhajan, sometimes renunciation comes in our mind, sometimes not. It's called Buddha Vikalpa. After that, Visaya Sangara. During bhajan, sometimes seeing this material thing, sometimes I overcome of them and sometimes they defeat us. Sometimes we defeated by material desire, sometimes we conquered material desire. It's called Visaya Sangara. Visaya means material thing, Sangara means fighting with them. Visaya Sangara. After that, Taranga Rangini. Taranga Rangini means, after that, Niyamak Chama. Niyamak Chama means, if you disjoin Sandhi, Niyam plus Akshama, Niyamak Chama. You took some vow, I shall do this, do that, and after that I do this, do that, everything. Like in rule and regulation, when you are chanting and doing archan or meditating, you should not give up at that time and should not stood up and should not do other works. If your Gurudev will come, then or an elevated Vaishnava will come, you have to must give up that service, even you are doing archan of deity, and have to come and respect Gurudev or elevated Vaishnavas, and taking permission from them have to go there. Otherwise, you could not advance in Krishna consciousness. Just like I am giving an example. In ancient India, there was a king named Indradumna. Giving up his household life, he went to jungle and was meditating. At that time, Agastya Rishi was passing through that area. Seeing Agastya Rishi, he opened his eyes once and closed again. Then Agastya Rishi came and told, oh, what kind of devotee you are? I am Agastha Rishi Jagadguru, you are not respecting me. You are sitting like an elephant. You must be elephant. And he became elephant, and you know in Srimad Bhagavatam, the fighting between elephant and crocodile, that Sri Vidyadhumna Maharaj was elephant. So he took some vow, but could not maintain. Agastha Rishi has come. His duty was to stood up and respect him, welcome him. But he could not do so. In his mind it was, I took vows and I shall break my vow. This Niyamak Shama. And Tarangarangini. In Tarangarangini, when he overcame all these stages, after that his chanting, and sometimes during chanting remembering, some test is coming from material desire, that he is not defeated by them, but yes, he is releasing the stress. This is called Taranga Rangini. Taranga means waves, Rangi means to play. He has seen that waves of material desire playing, but could not affect him. This anartha. In sadhu stage, this must be there. When we will more advance in Krishna consciousness, under guidance of a bona fide Gurudev, being in a good association, then we will overcome of the 6 stages. Still there are some anarthas there. It's called loy, vikched, apratipatti, kosai, rasasar. What is loy? Loy means to sleep. Just like Gurudev gave us initiation and told, tomorrow Kundalini will do fire sacrifice. Before that you can chant your Gayatri mantras by finger, which Gurudev had showed you. And Gurudev gives some outline, you meditate this and that. So you cover your hand with cloth and are meditating. In that time, sleepiness comes. You forget when you start to chant your Gayatri mantras. Sometimes you are chanting, you rather forget that what mantra you are chanting, your mind went to your business. Sometimes your mind went to whom you called 10 days before or 20 years before. Your mind went there. And especially you fall asleep. In meditation or smaran you become more sleepy, and when you are hearing Harikatha, I have seen also during Harikatha Gurudev somebody is going to trance. Though they are not in trance in Mulamba, here they are going in trance. This is also category of law. And when you do kirtan, then less sleep. Very rare chance for sleeping. So more sleepiness will come kirtan to Shravan, and more will come Shravan to Smaran. This is called law. Vikched. Vikched means
Very short. Try to finish. Time is over.
Vikched means V means specially, and specially Ched means obstacle. When we are doing Shravan, Kirtan, etc., at that time you could not attention properly. This is called Vikched or Pratipatti. What you are hearing from class, from Gurudev and Vaishnavas, could not accept properly, you are hearing, or next month you forget. This is called apratipatti. Kosai. Though there is no law vikched apratipatti, there is some thought. And rasasar, and sometime material taste is coming, is called rasasar. When all this will go, then bhakti bhavati noisthiki, then nishtha will come. After the ruchi, asakti, etc., we are from the
one most important thing of Srila Vishwanath Thakur, that he sent Baldev Vidyabhushan in Jaipur. There were so many things in opposition of Radha and Krishna. For Radha Krishna is not married by Indian culture, by reciting mantras and everything. So, in temples, Radha and Krishna should not be worshipped. And Gaudiya Vaishnava are no Vaishnava Sampradaya. There are no Vedanta Sutra commentary. So, king was very upset. He was disciple of Gaudiya Vaishnava. He sent a message to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. But he was too old and he did not wanted to give up Vrindavan. So he sent Baladev Vidyabhushan. And he went there in a night. He wrote Govinda Bhashya, very weak, very authentic, with so many proofs. And he established that Radha Krishna love is pure and we should serve Radha and Krishna together. And he defeated all opposite party of Sri Sampradaya and others. So this was the biggest thing of. And he did more songs. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki. Now drummers play. They should begin at once. And you should do kirtan of Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal.